Hello, my name is Marco Saavedra, and if you're watching this, it's because I was recently arrested in an act of civil disobedience. The reason why I'm here and the reason why we're all here is because about a month ago we got the case of Claudio Rojas, a hardworking family man that was detained about 2 years ago with his son and got an order of deportation which he was not able to obey because he rather chose to remain with his family that needed him here in the United States than to return to Argentina. Claudio's son Emiliano belongs to Dream Activist Florida, and it was through Dream Activist Florida that the family started to organize and got more cases and more cases of detainees at Broward Transitional Center, a low security detention facility that profits from the detainment and deportation of individuals with very low to no criminal records that would be perfect candidates for discretionary relief and would qualify as low priority individuals for removal. For the past 3 weeks, I have spent them with Claudio, organizing, knocking on doors, talking to individuals that were not being treated by the medical staff at Broward Transitional Center, identifying who would be ideal candidates, and almost all of these 600 detainees are to start organizing in their communities with their families, communicating their needs from the inside to us on the outside. About 2 weeks ago, Claudio started his hunger strike. He told me that he had already lost his family. What else does he have to lose? So he put his body on the line. At that point, there were no detainees that wanted to join him. So he decided to go at it alone with his faith. Today, almost all 600 detainees joined his hunger strike. None of them ate. That was only because the organizing reached such a point that no one doubted that the sharing of stories and the communicating with their families on the outside to start advocating on their behalf was ineffective. The narrative changed. Our biggest fear, that has always been deportation as undocumented people, started to change within these detainees because they decided to challenge the system. In the detention center, they started to come out to one another, sharing their stories. They started telling their family members the most essential details of their cases in order that folks on the outside could communicate that to the press, to politicians, to church members, to allies, to school teachers, to anyone that could write a letter of support or sign on to a petition. I'm no longer in detention due to our organizing. But just like Claudio, I believe that none of us are free as long as one of us is in detention, as long as one family is suffering deportation or separation. So I'm choosing to go back in jail again as a symbol and as an homage to our organizing, knowing that I will see my mother, Natalia, my father, Antonio, my sister, Yahaira, and Carolina, and believing that that same organizing will allow Claudio to see Emiliano and his wife and son again.